Top of the Pops sets out not only to play records but also to break a few as well. This train next to me is going to attempt to get to Bristol Temple Meads, that's over 117 miles, in less than 67 minutes and 35 seconds, which is the current record. Now, there are 3 first class and 1 second class carriage on this train. It's pulled by one and pushed by one other diesel, and it's got a good passenger here too, Jimmy Savile.
Indeed.
You've got an important thing to do at the other end, Jim.
Yes, it's record-breaking days for a record-breaking TV show. This is the only intercity train that's ever been named after a television show. And at the other end of this platform, to make sure that everything's okay, is Norris McWhirter, who's going to check on all the times and everything. And Norris is down there with a special white post. And when we pass the white post, the clock starts. And when we pass the corresponding white post down in Bristol, the clock stops. And I think I can just see Norris at the end. Yes, he's ready. Everybody...
I'm just here to see fair play. This is the start marker. All the stopwatches are at the ready, so let's hope we can get a new record.
So that's him, and obviously all the work is yet to come. At the other end, Jimmy Savile is going to be met by a reprobate of Radio 1. At Temple Meads Station, it's over to Simon Bates.
Thanks a lot, Richard. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. It's 4.5 minutes to 7 in Paddington. It's also 4.5 minutes here in Bristol Temple Meads. Now, as Richard told you, we're a fair way away, but we have one thing in common. What we have is a white stick here marking the spot where that train has got to stop. It's start to stop time. We're looking for a record on Top of the Pops tonight. We have over 700 people here joining us. They're as much reprobates, I suppose, as I am. Let me let you into a little secret about the train. It's very, very suitable, and the guy who's actually driving this, what we hope will be a record-breaking run, has a name of Harry Rail. His name really is Harry Rail. He'll be the guy who'll be arriving just after 8 o'clock, or maybe even before 8 o'clock. Between now and then, we have a lot to offer you, though, because just arrived and breaking his US tour into 2 segments, he's literally flown in specially for this, is Howard Jones. Howard Jones will be appearing live on Top of the Pops on Platform 3 at Bristol Temple Meads a little later on. And what we're looking for from now on, really, I suppose, is down that track. We'll be looking down there because that's the way that the train will be coming, and that's the way that we'll be looking to see whether or not a Top of the Pops record can be done. We'll go back to Richard in Paddington because the big moment's arriving, the moment when you can actually start your stopwatch, work it out, and see whether or not British Rail and Top of the Pops break a record.
So that's the other end of the trip then. It's going to be an exciting trip, and there's some very special people on board with you, yeah?
Yes, we've taken this opportunity to invite a lot of our handicapped friends from the FAB organisation with their helpers, and as you will see, possibly as the train goes, all the tables are laid up for a slap-up meal. We're having a great time, and it's only fitting that an exciting programme like Top of the Pops should have an exciting record-breaking situation like this, and we're keeping our fingers crossed that all will be well and we can nip that record by 2 or 3 minutes.
Have you been on a record-breaking journey like this before, Jim?
No, never actually. We've done some marvellous things in 21 years of Top of the Pops, but this is the first time we've ever done it from a train like this. It's terribly exciting and great fun, and only fitting, of course, for the programme. It's a pity to leave you behind.
Well, I dare say you're going to have a good meal on the way, but we've got a good meal of music coming up live, obviously, in about an hour's time on BBC One.
Oh,
I can hear whistles going, so it's obviously
whistle.
getting close to the time for the off. Do you get nervous at oh, where am I? Do you get nervous? Thank you, Jim. Do you get nervous at a time like this, just before the making of a new record, hopefully?
No, not really. It's not nervous. It's too exciting to be nervous. And any second now...
You're off.
There he goes.
Jimmy, have a good journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. We'll see you all anon. Good morning, everybody. Here we go. Yes, sirree. Straight away leaping into action. And my head is only poking out a fraction of the time. And here we go. Goodbye.
Well, there you go. Join us at 10 to 8 for a live Top of the Pops with the end of that journey. Also music from Tears for Fears, Bucks Fizz, Stevie Wonder, Depeche Mode, Howard Jones, The Smiths, George Michael and Ray Parker Jr. Top of the Pops, breaking records live on BBC One at 10 to 8. I'll see you then.
Now, the thing is that to get from London to Bristol in the right time, it's got to break a record. It's got to break the record of 1 hour and 7 minutes. If you were watching BBC One earlier this evening, you would have seen Jimmy Savile down at Paddington Station setting off on the train and sent off by a rather green-faced Richard Skinner.
Thank you, Jim. Do you get nervous at a time like this, just before the making of a new record, hopefully?
No, not really. It's not nervous. It's too exciting to be nervous. And any second now...
You're off.
There he goes.
Jimmy, have a good journey.
Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. We'll see you all around. Good morning, everybody. Here we go. Yes, sirree. Straight away leaping into action, and my head is only poking out.
That was 53.5 minutes ago. Now, waiting 117 miles down the line in Bristol to see if we're going to break a record in 67 minutes, we have Simon Bates at Temple Meads Station in Bristol.
A little bit excited there, Mike, but at Bristol Temple Meads Station, you can see a really nice exterior, very amiable, and inside, all hell is letting loose. It's what, 8 minutes to wait. We have the latest news on the top of the Pops train. We'll call it that for the sake of argument, even though it hasn't been named. We are 1 minute ahead of a world record at the moment for this run between Paddington and Bristol. 1 minute ahead. The train has just gone through Chipping Sodbury. With a little bit of luck, we're going to break that record. Trisha's here, great crowd.
We've got an absolutely fantastic crowd here, and we're all looking forward to the train arriving and Howard Jones a little bit later.
And back also to the reprobates.
That's what's happening to Jimmy Savile. He's battling his way through a curly sandwich on British Rail at the moment, and we have a show to do.
We have a show to do. First of all, a band from Bath, which is on the line to Bristol. Music maestro, please. Tears for Fears.
And Mother's Talk. All the best to Heaven 17 and Glenn Gregory especially, who couldn't be here tonight because Glenn's a bit indisposed at the moment. Not indisposed at all, but in Bristol is Simon Bates.
How do you know, Mike? The seconds are ticking away. It's now just after 4 minutes to wait. I'm in the powerhouse of British Rail here at Bristol. This gentleman is Len Ball, who is a signalman, and those, believe it or not, are signals. Now, you've seen those before in photographs and in movies. They tell you where the train is. Where's ours?
Our train has just gone off the lights and it's gone on to the next panel.
Does that sound good?
It's very good. We're 3 minutes early.
3 minutes ahead.
3 minutes ahead.
Well, that's phenomenal. In which case, barring anything going horribly wrong, like Jimmy Savile asking for too much coffee, that train is going to be 3 minutes ahead and a record will have been broken.
It's going to be 3 minutes early.
Let me ask you just one quick question, which I've always wondered. Is there a bloke under there or a mouse or something lighting those lights up?
We got people with candles.
No, go on, tell me the truth, Len.
No, it's electronics.
It's electronics, and what, someone down the line tells you where the train is?
No, it's all done by computers and relays.
It's fascinating. But you know, every train, obviously, that's coming into the station, one thing did occur to me. There's no way we're going to make a mistake, is there?
No, none at all.
It couldn't go to the wrong station.
No, we're very safe on this.
Okay. Richard, back to you at Top of the Pops in London.
Thank you, Simon. Back here in the studio, we have a hit band. It's Bucks Fizz, and they are talking in their sleep. Bucks Fizz.
All right. We are at Bristol Temple Meads Station. I don't know what's happening. I couldn't believe how efficient British Rail has been. Hello, guys. We're getting ready. We think the train is actually going to arrive any moment now, which is astonishing because it'll mean we've clipped quite a lot off the record. If the train is coming in at this moment, on the train will be Norris McWhirter. Norris McWhirter has all the information needed because it's a start-to-stop job, of course, on this one. We can see the train on its way, we think. I can't see a monitor, but it's so exciting, it really is. And here it comes, going like the clappers. On that train somewhere will be Norris McWhirter and Jimmy Savile. If Driver Rail can actually stop the train at the right spot, which is right where I'm standing, we will get a camera, we will find out exactly what's happening, and boy, do they look pleased with themselves. There is Driver Rail. And there we have some familiar faces. Jimbo! Hey, Jimbo! Can we get a camera down here? I don't know whether the camera is, Jim.
We made it.
Welcome.
Hey, how's
Fantastic. How are you?
Now then, yes, sir.
Where's Norris, Jim?
Hey,
Where's Norris?
Norris is just now checking up on all the business, and he'll be here in a second.
We
Where
need
are you,
Norris badly. Jim, how was the journey, first of all?
The journey was spectacular. It was great fun, and as you can see...
This camera over
hello, there we are. The most spectacular journey. I've never had a journey like it in my life. The train is full of my lovely handicapped children and their helpers, and we've been eating and drinking, and every time we got an announcement that it was like beating the record.
Hold on, Jim, for just a second. Norris,
Yes.
you're the
Norris.
man with the facts and figures. Now, we had a train that started.
Tell me.
Is it a record?
Yes, it's easily a record. The time is 62 minutes and 33 seconds.
62 minutes and 30 seconds. We'll hand back to London and find out what they have to say there. London?
We are absolutely thrilled here in the Top of the Pops studio. Thank you, Simon Bates. And and beat that southern region if you possibly can. 62 minutes, London to Bristol. That's absolutely fantastic. This is another first for Top of the Pops tonight. This is the first showing on British TV of the new video from Stevie Wonder for I Just Called.
Up to number 2, I Just Called to Say I Love You, Stevie Wonder.
And just ahead of this week's number 1 on Top of the Pops, we go back to Temple Meads in Bristol to name that train. Simon.
Well, but just before we do that, let's do some congratulations, because here's the guy who has achieved a world record, 112.9 miles an hour, Harold Rail, is that right?
Yes.
Tell me one thing, was it difficult driving it, or was it a normal job for you?
Oh, just normal train work.
Well, with a bit of luck, you'll get a rise of at least double for doing that. Congratulations to you. We're surrounded by knobs now, because all the knobs have got themselves in the collars and ties. Here's one of the most important. He's Cyril Bleasdale, and he's director of Intercity. Cyril?
Well, Jimmy, we've achieved a new record tonight, thanks to the skill of our drivers and all our other staff that have made this new record possible. It's a new record for Intercity. It's a new record for diesel trains travelling a distance of 100 miles. So, Jimmy, I'm now going to ask you to name this high-speed intercity diesel train Top of the Pops.
Hey, how about that? Wait a minute. With a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, a 1. Aha! There we go.
Well, that's not bad. That's Top of the Pops. I think the celebrations are going to go on. Even Howard Jones is bopping over there. We'll leave you on Top of the Pops as far as Bristol Temple Meads Station is concerned, with thanks to everybody who's communicated, particularly George Michael, who's at number 1 for the 3rd week.